Hello, can you hear me? Hi. Just a few words. If you want to connect to the game, you can do it via scanning the QR code or just go to kahoot.it website and you can enter the PIN code, which is here, and log into the game. In the end, there will be prizes, so I encourage you to join the game. Hopefully it will be fun. Does anyone here know what Kahoot is or played Kahoot before? Nice, nice. So for those who doesn't know, it's an application where you can create quizzes and play them, have fun, and yeah, mostly it is used by schools with children love it, and yeah, so the main purpose is to make the learning awesome. So yeah, children love it. So yeah, now I will talk about right to left languages, and it will be slightly a little bit about learning. So hopefully it will be interesting for you. Okay. So during the game, there will be some questions and some slides, and they will be mixed a little bit just to keep you awake. Hopefully, you will enjoy. Um, nice. Okay, we will start soon. My name is Ira. I'm a front-end developer at Kahoot, and I worked on the implementation of Arabic language to our platform. And yeah, so Kahoot is used all over the world, and we have several languages already implemented, but none of them were right to left written, which makes some challenges if you want to introduce something different. And today I will talk about how we introduced that, which issues we had, which problems, what we had to solve in order to make it look nice and correct and easy to use for the users. I will start the game now. There still will be on the bottom of the screen a link to the website and PIN code, so you can join later. And let's begin. So, yes, implementation of right to left languages on the front end. As I said, today I will talk about how we implemented right to left language, which is Arabic, and how to handle different UI elements on the page regarding the rules of right to left languages. What you should do if some of the elements you don't want to flip and according to right to left language rules, and probably the most interesting part, content direction versus UI direction. I will talk in details later. So first question, what is right to left language? It is when writing starts from the left of the page and continues to the right, writing starts from the right on the page and continues to the left, writing starts from the top of the page and continues to the bottom, and right to left languages don't exist. Nice. Okay, this is when writing starts from the right of the page and continues to the left. Almost everyone got it. So before I continue to the next step, I want to just to show you what it means. So for now, my UI is in English, and as you can see, everything is more or less natural. So the button is on the right, and some controls are on the left, which we don't need as often. Also, labels are somewhere here. So, navigation You can see it here, so it's on the left side, starts on the left, so everything is natural for English speaker. But if I switch to Arabic language, everything is flipped. So yeah, text of course starts from the right, controls are on the other side, and our continue button is on the other side. So this is more or less what we had to implement just to flip everything on the page to the different positions. Okay, our scoreboard. Pot is on the first place. Nice. Next question. Multi-select. Choose right or left languages. Danish, Hebrew, Arabic, or Persian? Yes, someone chose Danish. It might happen. Nice. Okay. Marcus Rota. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Okay, now slider. How many people do you think in the world speak Arabic? It was taking the data was taken from World Data website. Let's see. So yes, it is 360 million of people, and assuming that our application is used all over the world, there are quite a lot of people who might not speak English, and it would be nice for them to understand more on the page. So, new leader, Krister. Nice. Our goals were, when we were implementing right-to-left language, was first of all research the rules of right-to-left languages, understand where on the page elements should be placed, take into account what users are used to, and implement everything and apply everything to our application. The easier solution was to create another application which would be supporting only right-to-left language, but you know, there may be some cases where it's not the best solution. We had to support everything. But HTML has easier solution for us, which is direction attribute. This attribute, it can be set according to the user's preferred language, and it will flip all the elements on the page, almost all the elements on the page, according to these rules. When we applied direction attribute, it covered probably 95% of the elements on the page, but there will still some places where we had to work more. And for that, CSS logical properties and values are useful. For example, like here, if we use text align left, like here on the screenshot, it is fine for left to right languages like English, but the text is still starting from the left in Arabic, which is not correct. So for that, it's nice to use text align start. For that, CSS will take the value of direction attribute, which I was talking just now, and it will apply correct rules for depending on the direction of that preferred language. There are several logical properties, like margin line start and many more, so you can check them on the w3org website if you need to use them. What if direction attribute is or CSS logical operators are not enough? For that, there are some more solutions. You can create your custom function, which will receive your styles which you need to apply for either left or right direction language, and apply it conditionally, or you can use third-party library which can do that for you, which also can work. Next thing is icons. Many icons we flipped for Arabic. This is not required. It is okay. Users are used to that. Sometimes it's it is like in the same way as in English, for example. But huge kudos to our designers team, which figured out that it is actually nice for the users, for user experience. It is more natural for them if you slightly change them, but it is, yeah, as I said, more natural for right direction language and users. Next one. What if you don't want to switch some elements to switch to right to left to apply those rules? For example, like here, we have options, answers to the quiz question, and the colors here are aligned according to Kahoot sequence, company sequence, which is right on top red and blue, and on the bottom yellow and green. But if we apply direction right to left, as in Arabic, it will flip the colors, which is not something we want to. Also, it might bring some confusion. For example, if the host, for example, like me here, I have my UI in English, and it is aligned like red, blue on top. But if someone of you has your phone set to Arabic, you preferred Arabic language in the application, the colors will be flipped, which might bring confusion because the answers are not placed on the same place as on the screen. For that, you can answer, how do we keep the same placement of the colors in the right to left and left to right? We can use Flexbox. We can switch the colors and call it a feature. We can set direction LTR to the parent container and with the answer options. And also we can just switch to English language and don't have this issue anymore. Yep, many of you figured out that, yes, we just use left to right attribute. Krister, good job. Yeah, as I said, we just set direction LTR to the parent container of those answers options, which I showed you before. And we don't update it when the user changes the language. It just stays left to right. And now let's talk about some more tricky cases, mixing UI direction and content direction. So everything works nicely if we have our UI and our content in English. What it means, for example, like today, I speak English, my UI is in English, like buttons are on the more or less natural for us English speakers places, and the question is in English and answers are in English. So everything is works nicely. Same for Arabic. If our UI, the buttons and everything are aligned to right to left rules, and the content within this UI is in Arabic, everything works nicely. But what if I'm an Arabic speaker user and I want to play a quiz which is in English? In this case, all the buttons and everything should be placed according to Arabic rules, but all the questions and answers, they should be placed according to English rules. And so this is our mixing of UI and content. Same works for English UI and Arabic quiz. To achieve that, we need to do the next. We need two values, our UI language, which we can choose before starting the game or during the game. And also we need our content language, like quiz language, which you choose when you create the Kahoot, the quiz. Then we need to divide all the elements on the page into two groups: content providing elements like questions and answers, and UI providing elements, all the rest. Here is the example. What is content providing? As I said, the question and the answers, and the UI providing elements, buttons, timers, and all the rest, which doesn't depend on the quiz itself. Then we need to set this direction attribute, which I was talking in the very beginning, to the HTML tag on the page according to UI language, the language which you choose while starting the Kahoot, the game. And then we need to set several more directional attributes to all other elements which are content providing. And this leads us to the result as content providing elements are aligned according to content language, and UI providing elements are aligned according to UI language. And finally, the main question of the game. What is the capital of Norway? Oslo, Bergen, Stockholm, or Helsinki? Hopefully it's an easy one. Yes, almost. Okay, someone is a bit older here, but it's fine. Thank you for your attention. If you have some questions, just find me somewhere here. I will be happy to help. And let's go to the podium. Third place, Bender. Nice. Pat, second place, and the first place, Hudepine? Please come to me to grab your presents first 3 places. I will have some stuff for you.